What is going on, everyone? My name is Shaq, and today I am going to be teaching you how to upgrade every single specific evolution requirement in NBA 2K21 at this very moment. Now, as time goes on, we may find ourselves getting different kinds of evolution requirements, but as this video is out, there are only a few requirements in the game, ranging from defense to offense to minutes played, all that kind of stuff. So at the moment, I am only going to be showing you guys what we need to do right now. Some of this can be done in domination, and I do highly suggest, if you want to find a quick and easy way to complete domination, then watch my previous video that I have just released. It'll be in the end card screen if you guys want to check that one out after this video. It'd be super appreciated if you can go check that one out as well. But it also ranges to things like triple threat as well. Hell, if you really want to, you can do it on the online game modes. It's up to you, but I'm going to teach you the best ways to do it. Now, let's get into the first one, which is scoring. Now, scoring can come in many different ways. I'm going to show you some footage from the last video I uploaded. One of them comes from the Hawks playbook play, which you can do in domination, is to find the player you want scoring and change the assigned player to the person you are upgrading. So say if I was to go to Hakeem Olajuwon, in case he was ever needed to be upgraded, which he isn't, but in case, as this footage shows, I change the give Hawks 25 look, I change that to Hakeem Olajuwon and assign him to the play, which is done by pressing triangle or Y, depending on whatever console you're on, and then going to Hakeem Olajuwon using the D-pad. Then from there, when I come down the court, I'm going L1, X, and then starting the play. Hakeem Olajuwon will go to the other side of the court, in which I will then pass that to him, pass it down to whoever the power forward is, and then hold triangle or Y to make Hakeem Olajuwon cut towards the basket while pointing my analog stick at Hakeem Olajuwon, just in case, to make sure he's the one cutting. You can do that over and over and over again, and eventually what happens is that you get constant scores from that one single player, and it makes things super duper easy. Now, as you can see here, I am in triple threat. This is another way you can get easy buckets. Say I wanted the most simplest way to do it, I would go to Hakeem, hold triangle, and watch him cut, because every now and then it does work. Not guaranteed, and that's why I said the other one first, but this is the most basic way of doing it. You can do this on triple threat, you can do this on domination, you can do this on pretty much any game mode where you just force the player to cut towards the basket. Obviously, I'm having a bit of trouble because I just so happen to come up against Diamond DeMarcus Cousins when I go to play my triple threat game, but I'm telling you right now, it is super duper easy, and that's why I'm probably going to do it with this bronze player, because his player, Aaron Gordon, probably is going to keep up with him. There, just like that, cut towards the basket with a player, and he gets the easy basket, which leads me into the next one, assists. As you can see, DJ Wilson, the dude I am controlling, was the one who passed it to Hernandez. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I apologize, good man. But DJ Wilson was the one giving off the pass. So Hakeem Olajuwon here, in case I needed to upgrade his assist, I would make sure that the person passing the ball is him. It is the best way to do it. The Hawks 25 playbook doesn't really do that unless you need a power forward to get assists, or the center, depending on which one. Either of them aren't really going to be doing too many assist evolutions at that position, but the people at the point guard and shooting guard will probably find themselves getting assist evolution requirements. So it's best to just get the ball with the player who needs the assist, run straight at a player, in this case it's going to be DJ Wilson, force him to cut, and then usually what happens is it gets wide open. If you don't get a wide open shot, just get it right back out. I'm going to fake a pass here, but I think, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's say that it was Hernandez who needed to get the assist. I go towards the player. I run towards the player and hold the triangle, because then the CPU kind of doesn't know whether to double team or to stay on a player or to get in passing lanes, but it kind of opens up the lane for the player. Now, rebounds do come usually. They're pretty simple, but in case you guys needed an easy way to do it, what I do is I go a pick and roll. I get a little bit of space. Hope that DJ Wilson gets past his player. I did not know Hakeem could shoot threes, but I wait for my player to get a little bit past. I'm probably going to shoot with one of these bronze players just to make it a bit easier, but I like to do a lot of shooting, and then I like to force that pick and roll to make Hakeem go straight towards the basket so he knows he's getting the rebound automatically, especially if you have trips down the court with multiple misses, and you know that your player is going to be right there to grab rebounds over and over, especially in triple threat. Just playing some simple defense on triple threat will make it so much easier just to get that pick and roll going and get a bunch of rebounds. So I'm going to do it again here. That pick and roll. I'm going to get Hakeem cutting towards the basket. Unfortunately, couldn't get past DeMarcus. DeMarcus is really ruining this video for me, but I'm telling you, this is the easiest way to do it because the offense isn't like a great offense that you come up against. So we're going to go. Man, the rebounds are really not going my way. But as you can see, Hakeem had all the space in the world to himself there. So if that ball didn't bounce off the rim straight back the other side of the court, then that would have been Hakeem's rebound. There have been games where I tried to upgrade Grant Williams' three-point shot, or get Grant Williams 3 points because he only has a 58. That thing is frustrating. A 58 or a 59 now that I think about it. But it's so freaking frustrating. You have to keep going with pick and rolls, and he misses so many. So many. But what I found out is that my players started getting a bunch of rebounds. It made the rebounding evolution super duper easy, and that's added along with all the natural rebounds you get with your players. Triple threat is the best place for rebounds. However, that leads into the three-point shooting requirements. Now, obviously, I don't have the best players to do this one, but what I usually like to do is I like to do the exact same thing for getting rebounds, except I want to find their hot zones. Almost every single player you'll find has a hot zone when you're trying to get their three-point requirement. Again, Grant Williams is the only one I have seen that didn't, and his was frustrating. Very, very frustrating. So if you need rebounding requirements, get Grant Williams. Trust me. But the best way I can tell you guys to upgrade that three-point is to do the same thing here. Get that pick and roll, kind of just get over across, find his hot zone, and then put that shot up. Wait for your rolling man to get towards the basket before you shoot, because then what's going to happen is he can keep grabbing that board. This is what I was supposed to do for rebounding, by the way. DJ Wilson has grabbed so many rebounds, but you're supposed to get that little bit of separation and then take the shot. Trust me, I did it with George Niang. I had a perfect shooting game. I haven't done that all game except for when I started doing this. And when you have the right players who can actually shoot, except Grant Williams. Grant Williams is just going to be tough no matter what you do. But usually, for decent three-point shooters, like 70 or above, this is super good, especially when you can find where their hot zones are. And that's by looking at their little triangles around their player. Oh, Hakeem Olajuwon, nice spot. But the little triangles around their player will light up depending on where they are. As you can see, it's red in here in the mid-range, and then when I hop out to three-point line, it's no longer red. That's absolutely fine though, because Hakeem Olajuwon is not someone who gets that kind of stuff. Steals are a whole different game. So basically, I'm just going to chuck up a bad shot here, but with steals, the only way you can really get it done is by getting to the ball handle side of the player and then starting to swipe. You will get a lot of fouls, it's bound to happen, but you want the best chance of getting it. You want to get on their ball handler's side, find which side they're grabbing, and then try and steal it from that area. It's the best way you can do it. If you start to rack up fouls, and the only other suggestion I have is to get in passing lanes and try and bait passes, because you won't get fouls by doing so. So if you're in foul trouble, you still have a chance at getting steals. It's just not as guaranteed and not as likely to happen, unfortunately, but you will find yourself getting fouls. Steals are difficult, so don't feel bad if it's not working all the time, but it's one of the easiest ways to do it. And of course, blocks. I got one with Hakeem before, but the easiest way to do it is again by baiting. I sit outside of the paint, especially with triple threat. There was no 3 seconds in the key. I got dunked on from there. But for the most part, what ends up happening is Hakeem, if they're too slow to pick up that ball and they grab the ball, kind of fumble around with it, then what happens is Hakeem, I'm able to run back into the paint with him and then get the swat. Maybe I'll be able to do it with one of these bronze centers. I highly doubt it, but I like to go out here, bait the pass. I'm fine if they score, but what usually ends up happening is I can either get a contest in there like you just saw, or I'm getting a block. Most of the time it's like a toss-up. You don't know 100% for sure, but the aim of the game is to bait. You don't want to stand and try and hope that you're catching them off with a jump shot, because all that'll happen is you'll end up wasting too much time. You want to just get back, do as much evolution things as you possibly can, whether it's scoring, whether it's defense, whether it's anything like that. You want these games to go quickly. You're not worried about wins. Maybe if you were to do it in domination, you'd be worried about wins, but if you are only here for evolutions, then all that you end up doing is letting them score, letting them do whatever they want, just basically baiting. I would really like to try and get myself a block here, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get lucky enough to do so. Oh well, that's absolutely fine. You guys get the idea. You will have a higher chance of getting these evolution requirements done quickly if what you can do is make the game speed up. You don't want this game to get to a standstill. You want to rush that game. You want to do as much as you can. Obviously, there's things like play minutes, so I mean, if all you have to do is really play, there's not much you really need to do for that. But it's mainly been the 5 regular stats, the 5 stats you see in the box score: points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks. Those are the only 5 you'll really find at this point in the game. Obviously, as things go on, you may find free throws, and it depends on what the other evolutions are like. When you get to higher tiers, it'll all be completely different. But I hope that was a good in-depth analysis for you guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you found it helpful, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below any video ideas, suggestions, and constructive criticism, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Everything is super duper appreciated, and I am on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so if you can help me on that journey, that'd be super duper appreciated as well. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.